Yes, of course it is now, of course, another morning for bus and train spotting today in my home city of Gloucester. And with that said, let's get on with the video, shall we? Of course, coming up now, and past Alexander, about 300 money, Alexander, about 300 standard 27,714, across the road, it's 22,744. Alexander, about 300 man, 18.240. So with those buses, the only ones were accounted for. What bus lines I transport hub on this dark, cloudy morning now, of course, is dry, but it's a little breeze of late. Let's go have a look. In we go. Seems to be a sort of an empty transport hub this morning. Only a couple of people around. Well, first, and of course, there are no buses in those those days. We've got some Alexander, 12 by Scanian 230Ds, 15,969 and 15,871. There. And there. Then of course we have Alexander, some 400 by Scanian 250D, number 15,366, right next to Alexander. And 400 EV, number 8233, which of course I was on that yesterday. I was on 8233 going to Cheltenham. And there it is. Once again, right there with the Gloucester to Cheltenham. Fast, frequent, comfortable runnings for the service. The good thing is it's now already departing. As you know, I already of course smell pollen around because of the flowers coming out. So there's 22,746, and here goes the Envar 400 EV. Powering away at speed. Just leaving 3 Enviro 400 Scanias there. Now, of course, we are heading across the road to the railway station. Of course, at the moment we've got red lights, so I wouldn't be surprised if all the traffic starts moving, which, fortunately, it is. Well, as you can see over there, there's the roadworks over there. Hopefully when they've all done all that, those 3 bus stops that are around the corner of the Forum will open. Eventually, there's goes 8233 round the corner into London Road. And green light. Here we go. That's red lights. Red light stop. Green light chicken. Red light. Green light. But there we go. Yep. Good. Cars have stopped. And we are across Of course, already we see things that we wouldn't want to see. Of course, the police car will always be there because that's the British Transport Police. It's the emergency ambulance. That's the surprise here. It's calling out this service to Cardiff Central, which I'm not sure if you'll show.
So we normally go the road mostly for track streets.
So yeah, service to Cardiff Central, the Worcester Foregate Street, the Bristol Temple Meads, and the service to Nottingham all will be seen today. Cross country class 170 is already arriving. And we will watch it for depart from this spot anyways. It looks like we have a coach that's behind a van. It's Flixbus. It's Flixbus Yutong GT12. Probably arriving in from on the 44 from London. So, of course, Flixbus is of course expanded its services, but it doesn't. I don't think it includes seeing more buses around the Gloucester area. There's only one more minute until the service to Cardiff Central leaves. There goes the train, approximately 10 seconds early. 170, 637. There is another train that I can see in the light. Just as the class 170 from cross country disappears. But as I said, another train has appeared and it's already traversing. It's a class 808, 102. And that is on the service to Worcester Foregate Street. And the Bristol Temple Meads will obviously be a class 158 with 2 coaches. Alexander Svarfund by Scanian 230 UD number, well, I don't know the number, but it's the N250 UD is off the beaten track there. It's doing number 13 instead of route 10. That is expected because it also goes in for 32 basically services to the Forest of Dean and services to of course from Abbeydale and also number 8 to Hunts Grove. Anyways, with this train arriving, let's put our hands together for 800-2014 on the service to Worcester Foregate Street. brakes are squeaking as the train comes to an abrupt halt. Well, of course, I need to stay around the area because it's actually we'll be calling up the platform 2 for the 9:40 Great Western Railway service to Bristol Temple Meads. So of course down there is a lot more buses. I think what's in with the 94 motorworks now is all diesels. So we are waiting. So as I said, we're waiting here for the service to Bristol Temple Meads. We'll be called out shortly. Go, give you a hint to all viewers where I usually am on this Thursday, on a typical Thursday morning like today. So on the signals, red light. So red light at the moment. Three more minutes until the train departs. Starting to call out the 9:40 to Bristol Temple Meads. Can't see whether it's coming or not because of those vans there, so I guess this will be surprising once it comes. Don't worry guys, that was just a lorry getting in gear. Oh, we got a yellow light, and now it's turned instantly green. So there's one more minute until the Class 800 departs, but I still don't see the train that's supposed to be coming. being called out again. Here goes the service to Worcester, Foregate Street. And here comes the service to Bristol Templemeads as well. Everybody put your hands together for my model. The train I got in model form still. 158,766. Even though I know that at some point, I don't know if class 158 will be replaced by class 800, 802 once all the class 175 is an interactive service, or if they add coaches onto some of these Metro West services like this one. I don't know. But it sure will be interesting whatever happens. So meanwhile in the back you can see an Alexander 400 boys Scallion 230D leaving Gloucester with the Sir A. Stroud service. That bus. Okay, we will walk a little bit forward. Remember, this is where the the class 158 is parked. Of course, the train uses a LED matrix that of course is yellow in colour. Of course, its lights are now directing towards, which it will be heading down south way towards Bristol. Of course, that left way is basically heading west. As I said. Oh, and of course there is some kind of thing being said on that Great Western Railway's customer lift as well. Right, so there's only 1 more minute until the train departs, but I can't see if the aspect signal's green or not. But after this train leaves, it will then be the service to Nottingham. Of course, the 9:49 to Cardiff Central is running approximately 3 minutes late, so will therefore not feature. But sure will feature later on the Cardiff Central to Cheltenham's bar. Of course, train is now, of course, waiting. It's only just 1 more minute till it departs. Well, actually, it needs to depart now. The service to Nottingham's already been called out. Train is at the moment still stuck there. So it's be approximately a minute late to depart. Doors are now closing shut and locked. That's it there. This following a yellow light. So it's either that there's late signalling or something else. But our cross-country train has already arrived, which is of course in the standard grey and red livery. That is of course 170. I can hear the train again. The class 158, because I think it came to a stop and it's now got a green light, so it's now actually going full force. You hear the train going out of the station, leaving full force. Oh, what is going on here? Oh yeah, of course, that's going to be interesting. The bus had to divert down the taxi lane because of that ambulance. God, that's gotta be annoying. That has gotta be annoying. Absolutely annoying. So let's see the other buses. Of course, there's the Alexander Bar 400 EV still there. With that Flixbus. There's also corporate living buses down there. So this would have had to be either 8229, 8230 or 8230. One of those 4 buses. Okay, of course there's still time to see a couple of buses if they're arriving or departing, blah. Yes, it is. So but of course at the moment, because the transport hubs are full up, I don't think we will get much, but I can already see a bus come this way. Well, actually it's coach. It's National Express Titan Levante 3 coming in from the left, which would, I'm sure, form a 444 to London, which of course that is of course competing with Flixbus as well, but the Flixbus is heading off to Road. But we also have an Alexander Scar 400 by Scania 230 UD arriving from on the 23, so that would have been from the Forest of Dean and Cinderfield Colford. Of course, the Alexander Scar 400 UD is now leaving with the service 95. There's that's another ambulance. It's doing a speedy U-turn, going back down the lane. So yeah, there's the National Express to Tarnow. Triaxle coach is heaving its way round. There's the other one. Hello to Glow Up with Sophia XX has just arrived. So yeah, I think that's 8229. I just saw the number plate, even the red numbers, even though the number print is quite small. So I'm trying to head off back down to where I was, and it will be, of course, seeing the final train of the morning session to depart, which of course is that cross country class 170, and by the looks of the what I saw on the numerals, I definitely had no doubt that this train is 107. Hello to Elite Bloodline 1. I am of course doing some train and bus spotting, and also hello as well. So we were of course I was right, 170, 107. If you can just about read that. So there we go, 170, 107. And of course that is of course heading off to Nottingham in just a minute. Green lights up. Of course, as you know, this is the Gloucester line, so of course this sort of part of the Great Western Main Line, but it veers off towards the South Wales Main Line towards Cardiff and Swansea, and then of course the other side from like Gloucester all the way down to Bristol Temple Meads, which of course then goes round to Bristol, and then of course you've got your North Line heading to Cheltenham Spa and beyond all the way up to Birmingham. So as I said, the Gloucester station's in a perfect spot for trains going from the south, coming in from the south, the west and the north. Trains late departing. So that means that you live in the more or less around near London or Kent. Alexander 500 there. Final look down there. You know, there's a lot of taxis. Yeah, so it's all those, and of course I'm not sure the Satana is departing any moment now. Also down there is a Switch solo single decker there. So that about wraps it up for the morning session. I will be back in the afternoon session at 12:10. I will leave, well actually 12:05 or 12:10, but I will leave a description in my TikTok page at AnacondaAlex1. And of course, so I can say to you is thank you for watching my X-Files, and I will see you in the afternoon. Slugheads.